Hello everyone, today I'm going to be reviewing the Innersense I Create Curl Memory, and now this is a styling gelée for long-lasting hydrated curls, so we're going to be putting that to the test in this review. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Michelle. I'm a licensed hairstylist with over 20 years of experience, and on this channel I use those 20 years of experience to help you have healthy, happy curls. Also, if you've never seen a review that I've done before, usually what I do is I demonstrate the product and give you my first impressions and show you my first day results, and then oftentimes I will show you day 2 and day 3 results. However, lately my hair has not been holding very well at all, so I'll probably show you day 2, but I probably am not going to get to day 3. I just can't get to day 3 anymore. If you want to know why or the changes that I'm talking about, I suggest you check this video out here as to what's going on with my hair and why it's changing and doesn't really want to hold anything anymore. That'll explain it a lot more. I'm going to get started by just kind of re-wetting my hair down a little bit. It's been sitting piled up and it's gotten a little bit dried out. Plus I have my ceiling fan going right up here, which I'm not going to shut off because otherwise it's going to get extremely hot in this room and I will probably roast to death. So the fan is staying on and I'll just have to keep re-wetting my hair as I go along, which I do a lot of times anyway. As many of you already know, I'm not a one and done styler type person, so I will be using this with some other products that I have used before, know really well, and that way I can determine if the results that I'm getting are from the product. So I am going to go ahead and use some other products that, like I said, are products that I have been using for a while, I really love, and I know what they do for my hair. And one of those products is going to be an Innersense product, because why not? It's going to be the Quiet Calm Curl Control, and we'll see if my camera will focus on that. I don't know. There we go. Quiet Calm Curl Control, and this is a curl cream. So I will be starting with that. I'm just going to go ahead and section off my hair. And I'm going to go ahead and just quickly kind of brush through this bottom section. The Bounce Curl brush, by the way, if you want to know what I thought about this brush and you haven't checked that video out yet, it is right up here. I'm going to use just a small amount of the curl cream. You really don't need a lot with this. When they say that this stuff is concentrated, it most definitely is. And I also, because I use so many different products together, I do tend to use smaller amounts of each product just because I find I get much better results by layering multiple products using small amounts of each of them than I do if I try to just stick with one product. And then I'm just going to go ahead and start brush styling my hair before I get to the gel application. Moving on to the next section. Some of you might have noticed that I am filming in a completely different setting. Usually I film in my bathroom. So I have moved, and this is going to kind of also address why I've been posting really infrequently, kind of. So I've had a lot going on for the last several months where I haven't really been posting very frequently. My daughter's wedding was one of them, and then I was working a lot because YouTube is not my full-time job. It doesn't pay the bills. It doesn't even really pay for itself. I'm just using a tiny bit more just because I felt like there wasn't enough in here. So, and I just go by feel as to how much I have in here, and I don't do the, if you twist it like this and there's white foam, that actually usually means that you've got a little too much. But anyway, to get back to what I was saying about YouTube, it doesn't pay me enough to be able to quit working a regular job. It barely pays enough to pay for itself, or doesn't really pay for itself actually. You know, and part of it is I really don't take a good majority of the sponsorships that I'm offered. I do get a lot of companies contacting me, but I'm not going to take sponsorships that make no sense with my channel. I'm not going to do sponsorships for products that I don't like, don't use, or whatever. Like, it just makes no sense to me to do, like, for example, a jewelry sponsorship when most of the time when I'm on camera, or all the time when I'm on camera, I don't even wear jewelry. So there's like, I don't take the sponsorships, so I don't make money that way. I mostly make money just from YouTube and then my affiliate marketing links. the whole point of saying that is that I do still need to work a regular job, and for a while I was definitely working a lot more than normal. My schedule was kind of all over the place, and it made sticking to a regular film schedule pretty difficult. And then on top of all of that, we've moved. My son and I have moved, and we are actually now in a completely different state. We used to live in Colorado, and we are now in Wyoming. And this is a pretty recent thing. I've been here for probably about a month now, and we've been trying to settle in. And so I'm in a completely different place and don't have the same type of bathroom setup that I had before. I used to have a really huge bathroom, and now I have a much smaller one. So I am filming in my room. It's my bed right over here. Incidentally, this quilt that's on it is one that I made probably about 20 years ago, maybe a little longer. Anyway, so these are all the things that have been kind of going on, and it's been really difficult to get back into a regular filming schedule. However, I do plan on doing that now that I'm a bit more settled in, and I've kind of got a setup here that I think is gonna work pretty well. And then my daughter is also nearby, and we really do want to start filming some things together. Many of you have seen her on this channel. She has done some videos herself. I'll put a link to maybe one of the videos or even a playlist where she's done those if you want to check it out. She does have hair kind of similar to mine. It's coarse, it's extremely high density, and it's wavy. And so most of the time what you see on YouTube is people who have fine wavy hair. She has coarse, thick, wavy hair. So if that is similar to yours and you want to see how she styles her hair, then go ahead and check those out. I'm just kind of gently scrunching as I go along here. I don't spend a whole lot of time scrunching because of how I diffuse. It'll kind of bring it up anyway. So one of the things that I really do like about this setup is that I get to sit, first of all, and I have much better, I think probably, I don't know, I haven't seen the video yet, the replay, but I think this is going to be a lot better for sound because I'm not in an echoey bathroom, so that'll also be really nice. That is the brush styling done, and I'm just going to go ahead and do some scrunching to encourage it to start to bounce up. As I'm sitting here scrunching my hair, these nails that I did recently, never mind the fact that that flower came off a couple of days ago, but these flowers on here are really cute, really like it. They get caught on everything and it's driving me insane. So probably gonna be redoing those next week because I don't think I can put up with it for a whole lot longer. Ordinarily I go about 3 weeks in between doing my nails, and if I do it next week, it'll be more like 2 weeks. Oh, it looks like there might be a seal on the inside. Yep, there it is. All right, now that we've got that little seal off. Okay, so what we have here is a very thick gel. So you can see it's not moving, and it's not a clear gel. It's kind of got a milkiness to it. Okay, but look at that. So when you spread it around, it gets very slippery, which is great. I like gels that are really slippery because they're easier to put in, which is why I tend to really like liquidy type of gels. They're just way easier to distribute than the thicker ones. So this is pretty surprising with this texture and the way that it's gotten like really, really, really slippery. And there's still some left on there, as you can see. And I'm just kind of glazing it over and scrunching it in. And now the smell, it's got kind of a slight orange smell. I think a lot of the Innersense products have that smell. I do really like it. It's a nice light scent. It's not overpowering or anything. So I have to give credit there. I'm not a huge fan of overpowering scents. I do get migraines. I'm now petting like up on the top. I do like putting gel up at my roots, but I do it at the end with whatever's left on my hands so I don't get too much gel up there because I don't want to weigh my hair down, but I do want it to hold, and I want to get some of the frizz control going by putting some up there. I'm just going to do the same thing now on the other side. And here, I'll kind of scoot back so you can see the full length. You can't really see my hair against the robe, but I had somebody say that seeing my shirt get all wet was really distracting, so I put the robe over it to get the majority of the water, and hopefully it's a little less distracting because the robe is black, doesn't really show it. And now I'm just gonna flip, do some more scrunching. There is just a small amount of gel left on my hands, and I'm just gonna scrunch that in. That's the gel all applied. Normally at this point in my routine, I would usually spray in some hairspray. However, because I do want to test the holding power of this gel without the hairspray, I'm gonna not use the hairspray. So I'm just gonna have the curl cream and the gel and see how well it holds without the extra help of the hairspray. And I'm gonna go ahead and diffuse my hair. And this time I'm actually gonna be trying out a Dyson. And this isn't mine, this is actually my daughter's, and she's letting me use it. And I will be doing a review on this. So I will be filming myself using this, and that will be in a video coming up. And I'll be wearing the same shirt and everything else because I'm not going to pretend that I filmed these things on different days. I'm just too lazy for that sort of thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and diffuse this. And if you wanna see what I think of the Dyson, whether or not it's worth the money, then keep an eye out for that video. It should be coming up not long after this one. Here's the dried results. And now I'm just gonna go ahead and add some of my Verb Ghost Oil. This is another one of those products that if you have been here for any length of time, you've seen me use this a lot. It's just simply the best as far as I'm concerned, and that's why I keep going back to it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and apply that to my hair. I like to smooth it all over first before scrunching it out. This helps to evenly distribute it so we can seal everything in before we start scrunching. If we start scrunching right away, then all of that product that's on your hands is gonna wind up in one spot and not be evenly applied throughout your hair. And this did create a cast. There's still kind of a little bit on the ends here and there. Most of the cast I kind of worked out as I was drying my hair, which is something that I've been doing lately. I just kind of work the cast out as I'm diffusing it because I want my hair to get a little bit more fluffy, and working out the cast while you're diffusing tends to do that. So I did that, and this is the finished results. And now it says it's hydrating. I can't say that it feels very hydrated. Like, it doesn't feel awful, but it doesn't feel as hydrated as I would expect for something that says that it's hydrated. It kind of feels a little bit dry in some spots. So I don't know, maybe I put a little bit too much on. However, it doesn't feel producty so much as just kind of dry. So there's that. But as far as the frizz goes, I'll get close up here. You can see I don't have a whole lot of frizz, and it looks like it's got some pretty decent hold. And yeah, my hair is just doing who knows what. Like I said, it's been going through some changes. I mentioned that other video, and perimenopause has definitely been wreaking havoc on my hair, and it just doesn't know what it wants to do from one day to the next. It's constantly changing its curl pattern, not from one day to the next, but over the span of like months, it changes. So we've got, you know, barely anything here, and we've got curls here. My hair's a little less curled up today than what it normally is, so not entirely sure what that's all about. If that was the result of the gel or just the combination of products, it might be that. Anyway, this is what the results are looking like, and so far, I mean, I do like the results. They look good. My hair feels like it's got some hold. Maybe not as much hold as what I would normally like, so I can't say that I would call this a firm hold. I feel like it's more medium to firm, but we'll see what it looks like tomorrow, because I will check in tomorrow. I just don't think I'm gonna get a day 3 out of this based on what I'm seeing, because of how straight a lot of pieces already are. It's just not gonna hold. My hair just doesn't hold anything. Also, I'm in bad need of a haircut too. I haven't done that in a while, and that definitely affects how my hair behaves and whether or not it's going to curl or wave or just kind of sit there and do nothing. So that has a lot to do with it too, but I do like it so far. I just think that it's kind of weird to claim that it's so hydrating when it doesn't feel like it, but maybe it'll feel more like that later as some of this little remaining cast works its way out or whatever. But I will let you know how everything is looking and feeling when I check in with you tomorrow. Okay, good morning. So this is what my hair is looking like. So anybody who wants to know how I sleep with my hair, I put it up in this weird kind of bun thing, and I basically just wrap it around once and then don't pull it all the way through the second time. So I'm gonna take this out and we'll see what everything looks like. Just kind of looking past you into the mirror that's behind you. And let's take a look. We do have very stretched out waves and curls, and the frizz is actually really pretty good. And I think after this settles, it actually isn't going to look too bad, because usually I let my hair settle for a bit when I let it out the next day, let it out of the bun, let it settle, and a lot of times it'll kind of sort itself out and look better afterwards. It'll still be stretched out like it is, because again, my hair is changing and it doesn't hold curl or waves or anything like it used to, because it's gotten a lot softer and slipperier. And my hair has always been soft and slippery, and it's not because it's fine. I actually have coarse hair, but it's soft and slippery. So, and it's just gotten slipperier, and so it really doesn't hold on to anything, but that's fine. I think once this settles, I would probably have absolutely no problem walking around with my hair looking like this all day. Like, it's, yeah. It doesn't look too bad. And I'm really happy with the frizz, that there's just a minimal amount of frizz. And now today my hair does feel more hydrated than what it did yesterday. I don't know, I'm not sure why it felt like that, but this is definitely, I think this is a gel I'm gonna kind of play around with a little bit more and try it out with some other things and see just how much I can get hold out of it. I like playing around with things, and I haven't done a Shop My Stash Curly combo video in a really long time. And for those of you who don't know what that is, it's where I choose my products on camera and I explain the reason why I'm choosing the different products and putting them together, so that you can kind of learn how to do the same thing with the products that you have, and then I show you the results of that. But yeah, I think this is a really good gel, and I think this is something that, I don't know that I would say that this is universal, just because I could see this being maybe a little bit heavy for really fine hair, maybe, but it kind of depends on your porosity. I think if you have higher porosity hair or hair that's a little bit damaged or dry or brittle, that this might be good for you, because like I said, I do feel like it's hydrating now. I just didn't feel that on the first day, so I'm not sure what that was about. So that could be something that weighs down fine hair a little bit too much, especially if your hair is overall pretty soft and slippery. Now, as far as the hold goes, I do still think that it is more of a medium to firm hold versus a just straight up firm hold gel. It's a really good quality, as every single Innersense product I've tried generally is. It's not overly scented, it's not lingering. Basically have to put my hair up my nose in order to be able to still smell it. I also think I'd get better results if I cut my hair. My hair is in desperate need of a haircut. My layers are getting really long. It's been a while, so everything's kind of getting dragged down and weighed down. But these are not bad day 2 results. I mean, the lack of frizz is great, and I'm fine with like the bit of waves and curls that I have. So yeah, overall I like this. I think what I'm gonna do here now is I'm going to talk a little bit about what's in this, and I have my iPad here. So I'm just gonna read real quick what the description says on the website. It says that it creates touchable, long-lasting curls with this flexible styling gelée that smooths, hydrates, and holds in a single step. Its nourishing formula features bamboo extract, sugar complex, and certified organic aloe vera to provide curl memory, improve manageability, and boost moisture. And that it's best for coarse, curly, and coily hair. So there you have it. As I was saying, I don't think this would be the greatest for fine, easily weighed down hair that is super soft and slippery, and they do say it is best for coarse, curly, and coily hair. And my hair is not exceptionally curly. It is coarse, but it's not super curly. It is more wavy curly, more wavy at this point. So I definitely would agree with the coarse curly or coily hair just based on what I'm feeling in my hair. This isn't to say that if you have fine hair you can't use it. It just may not be the best product for you. And I'm gonna take a look at, so it does have glycerin high on the list, aloe is right after it. I'm trying to see if it's got any sort of protein in here, and I'm not seeing anything that has protein. Most of what I see is like really hydrating and moisturizing type ingredients. So those of you who require products with a little bit more protein, this might not be for you, and is probably why my hair, even on day one, didn't curl up or wave up as much as it will with products that actually have more protein, because my hair really doesn't need all of this moisture. That being said, that doesn't mean that I won't use this going forward. I just might pair it with something a little bit different. Instead of using their curl cream, I might use something else, something that's a bit more protein heavy and a little less hydrating and moisturizing, or maybe use it with a mousse or something like that. I'm not sure that I will ever use it on its own because I tend not to, but who knows, maybe I will at some point. So to recap, this is a really high quality product that has a medium to medium firm hold. It is hydrating. It is a bit better for those of us with coarser hair versus finer hair, especially fine, easily weighed down, super soft, slippery hair. Probably not the best thing for you, but it is a really good product and something that I recommend you try if you have hair like what I mentioned, where I thought it would be good, or the coarse, curly, coily hair that they also recommended. I do really kind of think that hits the nail on the head with that. So I am just going to leave the review here. Hopefully you found this video helpful. If you like this video, please go ahead and hit that thumbs up. And as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.